I'm Linda Elsiegood, founder of the LDN Research Trust. It has been my honour to interview LDN researchers, prescribers, pharmacists and patients from around the world for many conditions. Thank you for joining us.
This evening I'm joined by Jeff from the United States, who takes LDN for Lyme disease and Parkinson's. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Could you tell us when you first noticed your symptoms of Lyme disease?
They began in 1980 after a kayak trip. I woke up a few days later with a serious urinary tract infection, along with sensitivity to light and sound and very extreme fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
And later on, about, I'd say 10, 15 years later, the fatigue came back ferociously. And I was diagnosed at that time with Parkinson's disease, which affects primarily my speech and my gait.
Mm-hmm.
And I was also a photographer on my off days, and we did quite well. I since retired from the fire service and my photography. So, hard to be a photographer when you have Parkinson's disease.
Could imagine shaking of the camera wouldn't take for a good photograph. So before you found
Go ahead.
Sorry, before you found LDN, what symptoms were you living with on a daily basis?
Primarily the gait. I can walk, but I have to stop off, and I cannot hike or keep up with anyone. So I don't use a wheelchair or a walker, but I do use a knee walker. When people have a bad ankle, I've found that a knee walker keeps me in an elevation where people don't look at you quite as disabled, and I can get along a lot faster.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I have to wait for people with me, so that's worked out quite well. But again, the gait, along with extreme fatigue and often my speech therapy has helped. But that's where I am presently.
How did you hear about LDN?
I was vacationing in Mexico. I had a little beach house down there, and my wife was visiting an esthetician in Cabo San Lucas, and this gal did hyperbaric there, which I did 7 days of hyperbaric, and she also was big in LDN and attends the conferences, etc. And she said I should be taking that, so she introduced me to it. When I got home, I had a compound here in Reno, and that's how I got started. But and I've been on LDN approximately 5 months now.
When you first started, did you notice any introductory side effects?
None. So far, I've had no side effects and no benefit as of yet with LDN, but I've religiously taken it, eating 4.5 milligrams every night, and haven't missed a dose yet.
Okay. Well, just for the good news, I carried on improving for 18 months, and other people have said similarly. So hopefully 5 months is still very early days for you, and that you will notice something soon, I would hope.
That is encouraging. I have there's a support group, a healer within this group, and he has said that give it at least a year, and so that's kind of my game plan at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you very much for talking to me, Jeff.
You bet.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Do you have LDN experience to share? If so, please email me, linda@ldnrt.org. I look forward to hearing from you.